Hi. Today we're gonna see some. Yay! She's here, Renata. We
Hello,
missed you.
Flavia.
Thank you for coming. It's such a pleasure. I'm honored. Renata Bernard is here with us from Sydney, Australia.
Hello. Good evening and good morning.
Yes, true. Good morning, afternoon, depends where you are. Well, Renata, she's our amazing, talented designer. She's the creative director of Opal Minded, and today she made us the honor to show us a few important, amazing, beautiful pieces. And we're gonna see also loose gemstones and the play of colors. You have so many surprises for us today. Thank you. Renata, first of all, I think everyone would like to know a little bit about you and how is it to be part of this amazing industry and to actually create history in the opal industry?
It Opal industry is quite small. It's quite a peculiar industry, and that's mainly because there are not many opals. There are not many opal miners. There are not many opals in the world, so there are not many people who have that pleasure of working with this amazing gemstone. Um, I fell into it accidentally. I was an academic and I thought that my career was set out. I was working for a Sydney university and really enjoyed what I was doing, published, had to do with students. I was working in cinema. And then I met my husband, my now husband. He wasn't husband straight away. And he, he was an Opal dealer. He had a retail store, the boutique. He founded it. His parents were Opal miner and Opal cutter, and I was rather unimpressed by this whole idea of dealing with opals until one day, and this is 3 years into seeing one another, so we're already quite comfortable. I really didn't pay much attention to opals, and my husband's friend brought over. He was an opal dealer as well. He brought over a few parcels of exquisite opals. So we were sitting at a table after a meal. I was looking at these opals, which were just absolutely breathtaking. They were party color Boulder opals and various black opals I had not imagined that such beauty was possible in a
They were
gemstone. And
big,
that was it.
big also. They had quite a big size, right? As well.
Yes. So they were
Okay.
sizable. However, what really amazed me at the time was the color and the play of color, how exciting and how varied these gemstones were. So I was pretty much, that was it. Then I started to visit my husband's store, and I decided that what he was doing we could do better together.
Of
and
course.
and
Yes.
this is how it went.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful story. And you actually fell in love with the play of color of opals, and you got into this and you studied gemology, and then you actually you are now the creative director. You design amazing pieces. Yes, thank you for sharing that story. Amazing. You see, everybody, actually, it's when you see the gemstone in real life and you hold it in your hands, that's when you fell in love and you actually understand the value, right? Yeah.
So in
Okay.
fact, we are going to be showing some gemstones here. And Flavia, if we just tested, it does not compare to actually holding any of the pieces that we're going to see in real life. We'll try our best. However, nothing beats holding an opal in your hand.
True. Yeah. I wish we can just show it like in a natural way, but let's try our best. And my first question actually would be something I want to dig in and ask you something different. How would someone know a good, amazing quality, the ones that you were talking about, a good quality opal, with maybe, I don't know, a lower quality opal, because they all have that play of color and many colors. How you would tell?
Well, it only comes with experience. So if you have no experience, if you are looking at opals, you might, it is difficult. It is difficult. So I'll show you just a little example of how difficult it can get. I'll try my best to demonstrate the point. So we have here two pendants, two sizable gemstones. They're about 1.5 centimeter each, or probably a little bit more. Play of color, nice play of color. In reality, they are much more intense than what you see in the screen here. One of them is a piece of fashion jewelry, wonderful, beautiful, sizable souvenir to take home with you. The other one is worth about $100,000.
Which one? Could you guess, guys? Let's guess. I know you are good at this. Come on, guess which one is the valuable one? $100,000. Which one? Left or right? Let's see. Do you have any ideas? Well, I have an idea, but I don't want to share it.
So the darker piece is worth about $300 retail. Of course, the golden one is the expensive one.
You see, they know the right one. The gold one is expensive.
Now, if we had these two stones, just one next to another, that would be less apparent. So the difference in value is mind-boggling, really. So yes. $300 versus $100,000.
It's impressive. And the one, this one on the left, it's a custom jewelry, right? And it's made. How is it made?
It is a bespoke piece. It's one of. It is. It was made by, well, handmade, of course.
Yes.
By our master jeweler, who is now retired, and that's one of the last pieces he's made for us. It's one of. It's never to be repeated. I love in my jewelry designs. I love a little bit of movement, so I always try to find a reason to have a couple of diamonds just to add a little bit of shimmer above the play of color. So we have this double excitement of the moving diamonds and the colors shifting in the gemstone. So yes, that's
to enhance it. Beautiful. But the one that the one on the right, the beautiful one, it has such an impressive play of color. It's such greens and blues. It's such a beautiful piece. I hope you can see it through this screen.
It's very hard to capture the beauty of opals in camera, and I guess recording in a camera, that's probably the best way of getting the message of the play of color across space. It is vehemently difficult. I can show you another. This is a black opal again.
Hi, Craig. I have my friend from Australia here. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. Hi. You are in the same country. Let me see.
Well, are we really?
Yes, he's from Australia. Craig, say hi.
Well, you must. Well, once the lockdown is over,
you go and visit Renata and see some opals.
Well, here we have a black opal with very intense and difficult to get across this camera.
This
colors
is beautiful. I can see
shifting.
it. I see all of the greens and blues. I love the shape of it. Oh, look at this. This is lighter, but it has a lot of red.
It does. It does. So this is a holy grail of Australian opal industry. This red color on dark body tone.
Okay, this is the holy grail. So this is the precious one, the one that everybody's sought after. This one.
Yes, on one hand. On the other hand, we would sometimes have, or actually quite often would have someone come in and ask for a red color on black opal. And they would walk out with green Boulder Opal. Because One other aspect of opals is that every one gemstone is individual. The higher in quality we go, the less likely you will come across a similar even gemstone again. So basically, one walks into an opal store and it's kind of like, it could be speed dating, I'd imagine. So you would go in and you might or might not meet your soulmate. You might have an idea that the most precious, the most amazing stone will be that red color on black base. And then you go in and all of a sudden you melt because you see something completely different that you didn't expect. And this is your gem, this is your opal. That's the gemstone you walk out with.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
that's what makes it exciting as well.
It just speaks to you. I don't know. It just sings to you. It's just there a connection. So even though you have an idea that you would like a blue or white one, and you just fell in love with something else, and that's meant to be. That's beautiful. I love those stories. Like those are real stories from that connection with the customer and how it really happens in reality. And what would you say it's like the big difference in between these black, blue, white opals? As a
Well,
perception maybe from the customer?
the difference, I think that it's generally we try always to systemize gemstones or systemize our world so we can group things into some sort of understandable entities. Now, that's what we do with opals as well. So we think about opals in terms of the body tones. So there would be light or white opals, there would be dark or black opals, and we group them into this kind of nice, neat into these nice, neat ideas. But in reality, every one of these gemstones is going to be different. So on one hand, we know that the majority of opals, Australian opals, are light in appearance. So it is going to be more likely for us to come across a light opal than a dark opal. We also know that red color in any opal is going to be very difficult to find.
So those are the ones that are, I'm sorry, they are the ones that are really valuable because it's really hard to find them.
Yes, I've just asked my husband before this session to calculate how much soil has to be moved to find 1 carat of precious good quality opal. And he told me that 500 ton would be a standard. So 500 tons of soil has to be moved to find 1 carat of good quality Australian opal. That gives you an idea of how, why these little pretties are as pricey as they can be.
So valuable.
So,
yes.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing how much work it can be done and how much you have to search and research for this amazing gemstone to have a good quality one, of course, because you only choose those ones. And it's impressive how you work together. Your husband is at the mines in Queensland, and you are here, and you are the voice of the company, and of course the talent. So really nice. Now I would like to go into, and I would like to ask you if you could show us some beautiful pieces that you designed and that you have there with opals, and to discuss what inspired you with this to create those pieces.
Well, we can perhaps start with that little black opal.
Oh, this is so elegant.
That's a black opal in 18 karat gold with some diamonds and pink sapphires.
Oh my God. So diamonds and pink sapphires.
Yes.
It's such a beautiful mounting, and it's surrounded like that. It really enhances the gemstone, as you said, because of that arrow of diamonds, just the diamonds around. Yeah, it really enhances the color. And this one is the one that I said that has like really limited colors. It has the green and the blue. This one it was, right? This
Yes, yes. So
usually
that
they are really blended, but this you can actually see the green and the green and the blue on the side.
indeed, indeed, that's quite rare to find that as you pointed out, that separation of color, this kind of chunkiness to color, and
Okay.
that's what makes this particular opal exciting. Now, if you ask me why it is designed the way it is, I don't have a clue. It just had to be this way. So the
Just
ring is
had to
called
be. What's the
Life's
name?
Garden. Life's Garden.
Life's Garden. Oh, that's a beautiful name. I want to highlight the fact that Renata names all her jewelry. If you have a look at the pieces, all of them have this beautiful Aphrodita and inspired and the Spanish names. They are all such because they actually highlight what is inside and behind the creation. And all of the names of your pieces are impressive. They have a story. So I love that. I love that. It looks like a garden, like a live garden. Well, for me, it looks like the ocean as well, because I would.
You are right. You are right. It's actually this name. It wasn't the design and the idea, the concept. I felt very strongly about. It's sometimes a gem speaks very clearly, and it just gives a very strong idea to me. The idea of design is there straight away. Some gems I would have on my desk. I would pull them out of the safe, look at them, put them back in, because
Oh,
I just don't know yet what they're going to become. But that particular gem, it just felt that this is what it should be. So Life's Garden was quite straightforward in terms of
I love that.
what it should be.
Life's Garden. Perfect.
Then here we have a Boulder Apple,
This is impressive.
which has
The
got this
shape.
two sides to it. It's the
This is very
stone. When I
nice.
saw it, it's not from our mines, it's from neighboring mining area, and I had to have this gem. Again, in reality, the colors are absolutely amazing, and the stone looks like Siete Colores, the mountain range. So of course, this is what the ring had to become.
Had to become. It was meant
That's
to be.
yes,
Beautiful.
yes. That's a beautiful gem.
So you acquired from another, yeah, from another mine just because you were impressed by its, I don't know, glory and play of color. But I love the shape, the way you created, so you can actually see those playing and waves. It has beautiful.
Yes. So it's a little bit, it's that's a demanding ring. So one has to have a strong personality to carry it. That's
True.
not a dainty, sweet. You can see, I don't know whether you can see it in the screen now. It comes
I
with this
see, oh my God,
transcend.
I see all colors of the rainbow here. Even through that, I see green, blues, and I like the way they are arranged. You can actually see the straight lines. It's beautiful.
This
And
is
yellows.
what you saw here. This explosion. I hope you can see it. Explosion of orangey red. That is what I personally really, not the color itself, this particular color, but there are some pieces, some stones that I would look at many times and I would see a different color almost every time I look at the stone. So I would
Exactly.
discover a little red patch, or there will be some bright yellow happening right in the corner where I didn't see it before. And that's mesmerizing. This is
Impressive.
why I love it.
Yeah, it's just a surprise all the time. It's not the same with any other gemstone, with all the other gemstones, with tanzanite and even alexandrite, that it's a changing color gemstone, and it changes color with the source of light, either it's incandescent or it's daylight. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You know the specific colors. With opal, as you said, you don't know. It's magical. It's a surprise. Therefore, we love it. I have here someone that it says you are the best and you designed a really nice opal and can wait to
Oh,
pick up his opal.
that's Kim. Kim, we're just talking about bespoke pieces. Kim's ring is with our jeweler right now. Kim is in America. We're in
Oh,
Sydney, and
hi.
she has been to our store. Absolutely
Amazing.
wonderful, and we are just well commemorating in Kim's anniversary. Um, also, her wonderful doggies. So it's a very special project.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And so, if we are on this subject, I want to share this with everyone that Renata does amazing, impressive bespoke jewelry. And she has, you do like a private conversation with your customers, you design, and how you actually start, if I may ask, how you start designing, a bespoke jewelry.
Well, it always starts with the gem. So essentially, whenever we start a conversation about, say, a ring someone would like to have, usually it's to commemorate a special moment. We would start with a gem because that will become the focal point of anything that happens afterwards. Once we have a
Okay.
gem, then we usually discuss what elements, what needs, what function, what purpose a ring would serve. So if it is to be a ring, say a ring, worn
Yeah.
every day, then we have to make sure that the opal in the ring is going to be well protected. So it's going to last forever and generations. If it is going to be a cocktail ring, we can do anything with it. We don't have to really worry about um, gardening with that ring. So
Yes.
that calls for different set of functionality. So once we have the gem, once we have the ideas of the design, then I really love, and this is where the project with Kim, which is happening right now, I
Yes.
love infusing any piece of jewelry with as much meaning as can be had in a given moment. So I love hiding little messages that would be meaningful to the wearer. Messages
Oh.
told either in little stones, sometimes on the inside of the band, um, just to because let's face it, jewelry is about emotions. It is about something special that has happened in life. It is about mostly about love. Um,
True.
so it's so hugely important for that to be encapsulated in the gem as much as possible in the jewel.
So true,
So
Renata.
so
Yes.
usually we do a few drawings, sketches, and then discuss minute elements, and then the ring or the piece of jewelry goes off to be made.
Voila. Beautiful.
Easy.
Pretty easy, yes. It's an entire difficult process, but amazing and true. It's so true. It's about emotion, it's about the personality of that person, a family, and it remains a heirloom and it's important. I like the idea that you put little secrets there to in haste to just remember and to show the personality of the person or history or you mark a special event in their life. That's amazing. Yeah, beautiful. The way you create. I hope one day we can see one of those amazing pieces. Okay, moving forward, I wanted to highlight again, you have some amazing transformable jewelry as well. And I think that's a really inventive, creative idea and modern. Would you show us something like that?
Let me just. Well, this is just a couple of pieces. So, for instance, we have here a pendant, which is a little bit difficult to hold. I've just taken it out of the safe just before the meeting. It's got two frames, one with diamonds, one just gold, and then the center stone is, of course, opal. Now, this pendant comes with a set of earrings, and the whole set can be worn several different ways. So each of these frames can be taken off. We can have
Oh,
just the gem. We could have a gem in a golden frame, a gem in diamond frame or a gem in both, and the same applies to the earrings. So that's one
Amazing.
idea on.
I like that. And you know, I love the combination with Art Deco geometrical and then the movement of that opal. It's such a nice combination, and of course that you can transform it and you can take it down, put and dress it up. Yes,
So that's,
and the colors, well,
it's a
amazing.
beautiful irregular gem. So it was asking for something quite angular and
Angular.
defined to happen
Okay,
around it.
perfect.
Then we have a little ring with an opal from our mines, and that's a very unusual opal. I dare say that it's more unusual than red on black. It's got orange and green, but very bright ones, which are very difficult to see in the slide. Now that ring can
Okay.
also become a pendant.
Yay!
It's
So
got
nice.
lovely little barrels of diamonds on the side.
I see those. Yes, they're really
So
really nice, delicate.
we also have a little butterfly
Oh, that's
ring,
very cute.
which can become a pendant when taken off the band.
Perfect. So you can use it either way. I really love transformable jewelry because you have two pieces in one. What can you wish more, you know? And you have that amazing opal, and yeah, really nice. The combinations, beautiful. I
It
love
allows
that.
more versatility. I thought that I might also show you, because that's a gem that's perhaps less known, or less known opal than black opals. Everyone is talking about black opals and light opals. So if you come across opals, that's the first point of contact. This is
Okay.
a Boulder Apple. We already looked at it with Flavia. It's got, you might be able, I hope you can see the surface of the gem. It's quite undulated. There is quite a lot happening. It's like ranges of mountains and different hills.
True.
Now, to cut the opal, this particular opal, this way, to polish it so we can preserve the best possible color across all these little hills and cavities, that's really quite a skill. That requires a lot of experience and a master hand at
Of
polishing
course,
opals. And then
to be able, and how long it takes a long time to be able to do something like that.
it does. Um, it so if we look at cabochon opals, so the lovely oval classical shaped gemstones, they take less time to polish, because they they really are about the perfection of form. So getting a
Yeah,
particular shape, getting as high dome as possible on a particular
true.
gem. So it's in a way a skill of repetition of a particular shape, and it's, of course, it's not easy. It's everything takes
No,
time, but when it comes to a stone like this, that is work for quite a few hours of careful deliberation and deciding whether taking this extra little tiny layer of precious opal is going to give us better color, or are we going to lose something already beautiful. So
yes,
that's
it's
really nerve-wracking.
it's a risk all the time, all the time. It's a risk, and yes, beautiful. I love this piece. This is magnificent. And as you said, hills, and I see waves. I still see waves of the ocean, and the light, the luster of it. I mean, everything is just impressive. The colors, you have a lot of greens and blues and yellows. You can see everything. It's a rainbow in there. Plus,
Yes,
this shape, it makes it feel so natural. It makes it
it
feel like
is.
like it's exactly from the mines. You took it from the mines, and it's there. You know, you feel that nature. Beautiful. Now, if anyone has any questions, please, I invite you to ask. I do have a few questions beforehand. Before we started, I had some followers asking me a few questions, and I want to ask you one of those. So they would be happy, and they are actually interesting questions. I really believe are really good questions. Somebody asked me, what is the most expensive piece currently available, and maybe one of that you sold during this I don't know, period of time that you created?
The prices, oh gosh, the just in COVID, perhaps if we speak of this COVID period, because it's particularly memorable. The priciest piece that we sold during COVID was 115,000, and that was not even a sizable but very beautiful double-sided black opal in a pendant, and that was right at the beginning of COVID. That's not the most expensive thing that we sold. That's not the most valuable thing that we sold, and that's not the most valuable thing we have. But when it comes to this particular time.
To this particular time, yes, amazing. Ciprian, I hope you're happy. And now he's asking if you have for men, if you design for men and you have opals and rings and things like that for men.
Yes, we do. This is actually something that I have been meaning to commit more time to, because we have, at this stage, we have a handful of pieces for men, including cufflinks. Essentially, in my history with Opal Minded, bespoke cufflinks and bespoke signet rings or opal rings is something that I focused more than developing a line that would be ready-made, even limited edition. So we do make bespoke pieces for men, but our offering at the moment of one-off ready-to-wear pieces is not huge. Something that I've been meaning to change.
Perfect. We know everything is possible, guys. Everything is possible. I have here a real dear friend and someone that I really appreciate, Canel. I think you might know her, Canel Ponchin-German. She's an amazing French designer. I think you might know her. She's here, and I want to say hi and thank you very much for joining. And she's asking me if you have comb opals, honeycomb opals.
No, we don't. We have come across those a few times. If you wish to find them, I think I know who might have them. I just would have to ask, get the contact details. So perhaps via Flavia, I'll be very happy to share. We don't have honeycomb opals, but I believe I know who has them now. So
okay,
has some decent selection.
Okay, Canel, I'm gonna put you in contact. Anyway, I think you kind of know each other. We're gonna talk. Yes, she's amazing. She designs beautiful, amazing, unique designs, something one of a kind. And I'm really proud of her. Thank you for being here. Yes, okay, and moving forward, what I wanted, it was one subject that I wanted to touch like really fast, because I know it's really important for people and for customers nowadays, especially when this pandemic started and we are all focusing on to be a good consumer and to be a good to work with sustainability and ethical working. And I know you are involved in all kinds of projects like that, and I would like to know a little bit more about that.
So I think, well, I should probably start with saying that when it comes to sustainability and thinking very carefully about the impact what we do would have on nature, we started before it was popular. I understand that sustainability has become a popular theme in probably last 10 years more so than before. My husband is a great naturalist, so anything that he did in the mine, he always gives huge consideration, one, to the life around him, so all life forms, and two, also the impact, the long-term impact that anything that we would do would have on the planet and where he's mining. So, for instance, we had the majority of our opal mining operations, anything that's built in mining camp and mining workshop and mining dwellings in Queensland, that's almost everything is recyclable. I don't know how he has done it, but he has built, he did, with his brother. Somehow it was, I think, a love project to make the dwellings and everything around our mining happen this way. We also, for a long time, we had existed off the grid. We have come, because of problems with hardware, living off the grid and using solar energy is not as straightforward as one would like it to be. So because of it, we now needed to branch out and use traditional forms of energy until we work out a good long-term solution to storage, solar storage and maintenance. But that's what we also do to reduce our imprint. We rehabilitate the land that we mine. So we're not, by law, we're not allowed to disturb more than a particular amount of area on which we mine. But what we also do, and that's John's idea, is we collect the seedlings of the native plants around the area, and then we reseed the ground that was mined. And I wish I could show you the pictures. I just didn't think about preparing those. But it appears that the area after we rehabilitate it is actually more full of life than before the mining started, which is
amazing. I love that.
It's heartwarming. So I took pictures of areas a year after we rehabilitated a particular ground, and then 2 years later of the neighboring area. And 2 years later, we had this amazing growth of greenery, probably because the earth was allowing water to come through and feed the plants.
Exactly, true. Yes, the water was there, it came easily, and that's impressive. Really nice. I'm glad you are involved in that, and of course, living there and growing up there, where you have nature. I mean, Australia, it's full of nature and animals, and you are trying to protect that and sustain and have environmentally friendly, work. Amazing. I love that. I wish I could see, maybe at one point you can share with me the pictures. I would like to see.
Pleasure.
Yes, perfect. Thank you for that. I wanted to point that about sustainability. And do we have any more pieces that you want to share with us? Do you have there anything else?
Probably the challenge, we have some beautiful bright pieces, smaller pieces, but if I might just show you this little, well, not so little actually, number.
It's huge.
It's a piece called The Strength of Conviction. And you can see it has pretty much every color that opal is capable of producing. And it's in strength.
It's a darker tone underneath. You have a darker tone, so you can see all of those colors. Yeah, you have reds and greens. Everything. It's big.
And that's sizable. This
sizable.
is big. And if we talk about size,
it's for you.
Oh, I can see that someone has already reserved that one.
Yes, that's what I said. That one is for me, he said. Okay.
And this is one little project that I keep thinking about, and and you might laugh at this, but I think about ladybirds, that ladybirds have to be somewhere around this gemstone, but I don't know why. So that's
Love it.
an amazing, very sizable opal from our mines.
Oh my God.
John, my husband, was so excited when he found it, and
This is
I
beautiful.
didn't
This is
realize
nice.
how beautiful it is. Yeah,
How it can play like that. And again, the surface is not flat.
indeed. And there's
Awesome.
this amazing, stunning
This is a
green.
museum stone. It should be, I don't know, put in auction or something.
We have
Oh,
been talking about it, but
I think so.
I want this design with ladybirds. I just see the red. It's I don't know why.
You see it in a
Maybe you can.
design. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
you see it in a design, you don't want to lose it and give it to, I know. Yeah, it's more, you make it more personal and you know it was one of your pieces and it's different.
Yes,
True.
it's not your everyday piece of gem. This is not something that one would be wearing to breakfast with mum.
I would.
You, thank you, Flavia. Wonderful.
Breakfast, yes, of course. With that beautiful opal, I don't, yeah. And a really nice dress by the ocean.
Done.
Done, 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 done. Checked. Perfect. Oh, I love that one.
This is
Renata,
a
you
little
have,
bit smaller
ah,
piece.
I love this blue, lighter blue. Beautiful.
This opal is from our mines, and this is it's called River Flows.
Oh, river flows.
Sorry,
Exactly.
Reef Flows.
Reef
It's got
flows.
it's a little bit difficult to see it on in this camera, but it has this very gentle flow that you can imagine of water just surrounding a tropical island.
True.
But very, very gentle, very, very sweet, refreshing, very much like a holiday.
Exactly. Yes, like the calm ocean. The calm ocean. Exactly, that's the one. The blue calm ocean. Ah, yes. Australian one, well, I never been, but know the others. um, one
Now
day.
this is one I don't
Oh,
know how many, whether it's possible to
this.
see. This is a peacock feather.
Oh, right. You're right. It looks
I don't
like.
know.
It looks like a peacock. It looks like
It
a
has
feather. You're right. It's amazing. I love this. I love the traces like they are brushed. It's something brushed away. Oh, beautiful.
And you see, you already realize that there are such what we see in majority of opals, so this kind of pinpoint or flower pattern. That's just a one type of color play that we can find. There is so much more. There is so much more.
Everything is there.
Again,
Oh,
that's a black opal. That's very difficult to get across camera, but that has got very strong reds against quite dark body tone. But I don't
yes,
think
yes.
that.
I see a lot of red there. Yes, I see combination with some violets. I think more than
Yeah.
blues. Yes, because next to red, maybe it looks violet than to look blue. So that's why, yes. Amazing combination. I think somebody was asking me, even though, I mean, it's hard to answer, you cannot, they are all valuable, but somebody was asking me, what's the most valuable? The blue, the dark, the black one, the white one?
Right. There is a very clear gradation of value that has got to do with the rarity of things that we find. However, so basically the way it goes that because red is the rarest color and the
Yes,
very
you
dark
said.
body tone is difficult to find, so red on black is going to be the most expensive. However, it is also entirely possible to find a light opal or an opal on the lighter side that will have such bright, amazing colors that it would eat for breakfast and a red on black, so to speak.
Perfect.
So
Amazing.
it is about brightness. It is about excitement. It is about seeing something quite difficult to believe. So those opals are the rarest. Those opals are most exciting. And it doesn't really matter whether they are dark, light, red, green, purple, blue. What matters is that when you look at them, you stop breathing for a
You stop
moment.
for a moment. Oh, I love that answer. Thank you. I think it's really clear now for my friend and for everyone. It doesn't matter the color, and also it's a matter of taste, right? Uh, it's always with all gemstones, but the same like all the others. It's the impression that you have, how wow it is, that play of color that makes them valuable. The combinations of colors and how you can see what you can see inside. The wow moment, that's all about. And yeah, it's not about the particular white or red color. Okay, we covered that. And I think we are going to an end. There is nothing else right there. And I want to thank you very, very, very much, Renata, for being here, being with us, showing us amazing jewelry pieces and also loose gemstones, and making us understand the valuable ones, making us understand how is it to, you know, be involved in the entire process, from minds to understand the process, from minds to creation, polishing, and all that. And I hope next time we're going to go to the mines directly and you're going to see that amazing, right?
I hope so. I think that my husband is actually watching us as well, if I'm correct.
Yay!
His name is Bernard. So
Hi, thank you for being here and thank you for making all this happen. Um, I hope you all liked
thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you, Renata, for being
Thank you for
here.
having me.
We had Renata here, the creative director of Opal Minded. The story began in 1946 and it's still there. It's still growing. Have a look at every single piece. If you have questions, please ask us. We are here. And let's see next time to go there to the mines and see the reality, right? Thank
With
you.
pleasure. Thank you so much, Flavia.
Thank you, Renata.
Thank you
Have a
for everything.
great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.